मागीर त्या लोकांनी ते IDF सांगलें 5,000 स्क्वेअर फीट म्हणजे ऑपोजीट डेंटल कॉलेज आमी घेता. पूण म्हाजो कांय हांवें सिलेक्ट बी करूंक ना. हे जे सिलेक्शन जालें एलबीटाचे हे म्हाजो कांय संबंध ना. तांकां जाय तशें ह्या मंत्र्यांचो परत परत तो छाती टोकून सांगता एलबीट जाय तशी ते मंत्र्यांनी चवकशी करची. कारण ते आपले फेलियर म्हाज्या माथ्यार घालपाची गरज ना. कित्याक आयज सगळे जनतेक खबर आहा की मेडिसिन्स गावना, सलायन गावना, इतर काही गोष्टी गावना. गोवा मेडिकल कॉलेजान गेले इम्प्लांट ना, 70 पेशंटचे वेट लिस्ट.
यू आर ओपन फॉर प्रूफ ऑन एलबीट.
जाय ते करू, हांवें काय सायन मारूंक ना. ते चीफ सेक्रेटरीचे धोरण असले. आणि दुसरी गोष्ट ते एलबीट वॉज सिलेक्टेड प्रायर टू मी बिकमिंग I was an agency under IDFC which was selected prior to me becoming a minister. And the chief secretary insisted that IDFC being a government of India funded organization, we should take it and go ahead. Maka selection of criteria, I cannot decide the criteria.
Second was म्हापशेचे
हॉस्पिटल. तुमकां एक सांगता, लोकांक बरे तेन्ना इलेक्शनाचो इश्यू जालो की आमी चलो, हांवें तांकां तेन्नाच सांगलेलें बाबा कांय गोश्टी तुमकां आमकां चलोवंक गावचे ना. कित्याक ओल्ड सेटअप जो आसलो त्या तरेचे फेसिलिटीज तुमी जे आनी दुसरी गोश्ट हे तरेचे फेसिलिटी म्हापशेच्या हॉस्पिटलान आसा सगळे जर 60% न्हू 100% चलोवंक जाय जाल्यार तुमकां त्या तरेचे स्पेशलायज सर्विसीस जाय. आयज त्या हॉस्पिटलान ICU चलना, गेले वर्सभर जाल्ले आसा. NICU ल्हान भुरग्यां खातीर 18 बेडीड NICU आमी केल्ले ते चलना. कॅन्टीन सादे चलना. थंय जे कितें CT स्कॅन बी घातला तो सारको चलना.
You are still from that PPP model, the best model.
PPP, let us not discuss about PPP because PPP people it was not accepted, it has been rejected, so let's not get into it.
Okay.
PPP is out.
Yeah.
You have to get your act together to commission. This government of Parivartan has come 1.5 years back. What has happened? You have got a technocrat as chief minister. Is he not able to start ICU? You are talking of cardiothoracic. It is a super specialty. And हे गव्हर्नमेंटचे अंडर तुम्ही चलयतले. हांवें काल कितें केलें की हांवें सांगलें गोंयान कांय नामनीचे कार्डियोलॉजिस्ट आसा तांकां कार्डियोलॉजिस्ट आसा तांकां वांगडा घ्या. काय मेडिसिनचे बरे डॉक्टर तांकां वांगडा घ्या, त्यांचे ओपिनियन घ्या कशें कितें चलोवपाचें ते फुडें कशें. दुसरी गोष्ट हांगा नर्सीस सारके गावना.
ओके.
माय थिंग इज तुम्ही ICU म्हापशेचे गेले वर्सभर चालू शकना, मॉर्ग चलना, काहीच चलना त्या हॉस्पिटलान. चडशे गोष्टी आहा तशे ओल्ड आजिलो तुम्ही हांगा रेप्लिकेट केला.
Today Vishwajit Rane is in a position to slam the government on the same district hospital.
Of course, why not? Why should I not? Because this is not commissioned. I've been asking this question constantly.
म्हाका जर दोन गोष्टी हाजेर ह्या विशयाचेर मातसो उलोवपाक जाय. एक म्हणल्यार हो जो विषय जाला की कार्डियोलॉजी युनिट किंवा कार्डियोथोरॅसिक युनिट येता पळय. आय थिंक इट इज मॅन्डेटरी अँड ॲब्सोल्युटली एसेन्शियल दॅट द कार्डियोलॉजी अँड कार्डियोथोरॅसिक युनिट कम्स अप इन द प्रेमियर टीचिंग इन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ द हॉस्पिटल. देर कॅनॉट बी एन एक्सक्यूज that the premier teaching institution of the hospital does not have a cardiology and cardiothoracic center. Whether it's good, bad, ugly, whether it is functioning properly or not, that's a secondary story. For instance, Vishwajit, I think credit to you for setting up the urology department in the government medical college with Madhu. At that time, I think everybody praised you because you know, Madhu Mohan was the doctor who's still, I think, working for 1 rupee over there. But he was the one who started that department.
They all contributed.
And today,
all from the private sector.
But today, the department is functioning to the optimum capacity, providing so much of relief for urology patients, saving patients from so there can be no
that's what I said.
And I personally know Guru Prasad Naik. I personally know Guru Prasad Naik. I personally know Shirish Borkar. I think they will do a phenomenal job.
What I said,
they need to be encouraged.
Let them be encouraged. Guru Prasad. What I am saying, what I made a statement yesterday on the floor of the house, is you do it. I said on health cannot be evaluated in terms of money spent. Let us not go into the discussion of it's going to save Mediclaim. I said go for the best.
On the
but same time go for spend money
and
what you
that
require.
Brings me,
but don't give an argument that you'll reduce the cost of Mediclaim.
There could be a possible cost reduction
because
in
your cardiac is only 6 crores.
No. There could be a possible cost reduction in this. Our major fear is that if the rest of cardiology, what कितें जाता cardiology heart attack जाता पळय तुझ्या मनशा मशीन माझ्या मनशा मशीन विशेष मनशा मशीन जाता. So समज कितें जाता, समज ही एक कार्डियोलॉजी डिपार्टमेंट आनी कार्डियोथोरॅसिक डिपार्टमेंट गोवा मेडिकल कॉलेजीन आयली बरी चलली जाल्यार बाकीचे सगळे प्रायव्हेट बंद पडटले. प्रायव्हेट बंद पडल्यार तुका म्हाका थंय GMCन वचचें पडटलें. आतां GMCन वचप म्हणून आमकां वचूंक की ना. सो बट इट इज आय थिंक अ बेटर थिंग दॅट द कार्डियोलॉजी डिपार्टमेंट फंक्शन्स इन GMC and improves in GMC. But that it has to come is, I think, it is like a no question. There is no question that it has to come. Which then brings me to the second point about your PPP and the LBAT and whatever other controversies that you have, Vishwajit. To my mind, it is very clear. We are here in this schizophrenic mind of socialism and capitalism. Okay? And health has been always the last bastion of socialism, capitalism. You don't know whether you should be socialist or whether you should be capitalist as far as health is concerned.
Absolutely.
With media, with I don't know, with industry, with everybody else, you can be capitalist. But health, you're a little worried. My premise is very simple. the government should intervene in providing public health services. So
that's right.
you pump in all the taxpayers' money in providing fabulous care, increase the salaries of all the government doctors if necessary. We don't mind. But put in all your resources to improving your primary health centers, your community health centers, your district hospitals, and your premier teaching institution. Give all the funding for that, for teaching, for research, and for services. All your funding there.
Yeah.
And you should not confuse whatsoever with the private sector. I do not see what reason the government should subsidize the private sector either by this group insurance scheme or any other scheme whatsoever.
So you are criticizing his Mediclaim also.
Absolutely.
No,
Private
no,
sector,
one second.
one moment. Private
Mediclaim,
sector, Vishwajit,
yeah. Mediclaim
private
yesterday,
sector
no,
must
no.
run on its own steam,
No.
on its own merit.
Yesterday-
that is the
yesterday-
principle
no, no,
no,
of
one moment.
capitalism.
No Mediclaim.
Not even
Yesterday-
Mediclaim.
Not even
yes-
Mediclaim.
yesterday-
Improve your
Yeah.
facilities
See,
in the government
there-
hospitals
you
for
have
everybody.
Goa has got a
Private people,
what
let
we are
them find
talking-
for
No, there are
themselves.
two Mediclaims. I think I want to just clarify.
Yeah.
One is the Mediclaim that was started earlier.
Yeah.
That is an ideal Mediclaim system which doesn't exist in any state. I myself didn't agree with many issues of Swarna Jayanti Arogya Bima Yojana, but the same government when it came to power increased it to 2 lakhs. My question is, why should government money go back to the government? That time it was option of the common man to select whichever hospital he wants to go to, and that was through the tender. What was decided? But what
Vishwajit,
I-
again there, no, I don't agree.
I had suggested-
Why must the government,
No,
why must the government pay for the medical insurance policy of every citizen of this state to access private health care, and in the same breath you then duplicate the resources and you also have to fund
I agree
the
with
public
you.
health services.
I agree with you.
So you're
But-
basically duplicating your resources.
No, what happened? This was floated by the finance ministry in those days. It was nothing to do with the health
No, no,
department.
I'm not putting
Now,
it's
what
not an accusation.
No,
I'm
not that.
talking
But
about
what
the
I'm saying
principle.
yesterday,
practical
I'm
principle.
talking
yesterday,
about the
yesterday,
principle.
The practical
yesterday,
principle.
that there is
No,
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 reason
I agree
a
with you.
private insurance should be paid for by the
all the
government
citizens. No,
for
that
the
is-
citizens to go
perhaps
to a private hospital.
Yeah.
No,
Why on earth? Let
see.
the private hospitals compete
Yeah,
on their
let
own.
him- let him-
Though
let
this
him
will
make
affect my bottom line, but I mean, I'm
No, no.
absolutely.
I still believe that option. I still believe that's a Bangkok model which they're using. They're using in Singapore the similar kind of with the patient, where the individual contributes 100 rupees, you contribute the rest. We are spending crores of rupees on other things, but then what happens? Basic facilities, like you said, should be made available at primary health centers, and that's it.
That
But then-
cannot be duplicated.
No, but then in spite of that, the overall view was to move into this type of and remove this other Mediclaim which was there earlier.
Correct. You have to
This is
phase
over a
out
phase, man.
Mediclaim.
Yeah.
But then it has to be planned well. There was no reason for this government to change the name from Swarna Jayanti Bima Yojana. And I mentioned yesterday,
Yeah.
they'll call it Din Dayal. By changing the name, nothing going to happen. You first increased to like, then you decided that you had no money, you don't want to pay premium or whatever the reason, and you moved to Din Dayal. But then again, you say you started in June. This is a long exercise when you start and have those cards, and a lot of money of the government was spent, and they should have rectified it. This was all through open tender.
No, but you are still.
No, I agree. I'm not.
We are still
what
working
we are
on, on whether this should work.
No,
my
no,
point
my
is what?
point- no,
See, my
Doc,
fear
You
is
are
this.
saying this is not
No,
necessary.
no. My fear is this. My fear is today you are going to sanction X amount of crores. See,
Yes.
what is going to happen? The government.
Last एक minute उला मुझे
Okay,
करें.
government is the kind of big benefactor here. So the government is going to spend X amount of crores to ensure all of us to access private health care. At some point of time, if you start running out of these crores, you are going to compromise on the budget for the government health hospitals. You're going to compromise to their primary health
So
center.
do that. Don't complement that.
So you may, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
it might end up after a period of time that you'll find that these institutions are collapsing down
Yeah.
here because for lack of
With
resources.
everybody is going there and
Because
government is
everybody
paying for it.
and private health sector delivers much better service simply because they are in the business of making money. Simple.
मला लास्ट सांग वेळ
माका-
संपला.
माका-
एकच
मा-
गरज आहे.
माका हांव-
नाही नाही एकच गजाल की ह्या गव्हर्नमेंट सद्याक परत परत असेंब्लीक सांगता की तुगेली अमकी गजालीची चौकशी
माका
करतले
एकूच-
अमकी गजालीची
माका या
चौकशी
परि-
करतले
मा-
Is
माका-
विश्वजित राणे अफ्रेड और विश्वजित राणे इज ओपन
माका ह्या मंत्र्याच्या काय सरकाराचे कांयच भंय ना की खंयची इन्क्वायरी केली की हांवें काय करूंक ना आनी हे सगळे गोष्टी ट्रान्सपरंटली जाल्ले आसा. दुसरी गोष्ट, गेल्या वर्सभरान हे परिवर्तनचे सरकार म्हापशा हॉस्पिटल डिस्ट्रिक्ट हॉस्पिटल ओपन केल्या पूण आयसीयू चालू करू शकना आनी एनआयसीयू चालू करू शकना. नवे इको कार्डिओग्राफीचे डॉक्टर येना करिना म्हणून अशें गेल्या वर्सभर ती आयज गोवा मेडिकल कॉलेजान
So the government should be focusing on
ह्या
this.
गोष्टीचे
Yeah.
लक्ष ना आनी व्हडले
Improve
मॉर्ग नवो मॉर्ग हांवें चालू
So you are-
केलो
you are just
ना, ना,
saying-
नवो
वेळ
मॉ-
सोंपला, वेळ सोंपला.
ना, नवो मॉर्ग हांवें चालू केलो. हे लोक वचून पाट्यो लायता पण ऍक्च्युअली बेसिक जे गरज आसा डॉक्टर जे म्हणतात ते काही गोष्टी इको कार्डिओग्राफीचे जे गोष्टीचे लक्ष असून ते सरकाराचे लक्ष ना. हे फक्त पाणी पिऊन 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 भाषणां
rather
दिता
than
एग्रेसिव्हली.
rather than focusing and diverting the resources to probe Vishwajit Rane, स्टार्टेड म्हापसा डिस्ट्रिक्ट हॉस्पिटल प्रॉपरली
Properly.
इतल्याचेर आमी हे सांग सोपयता हांगा खंय तरी हेल्थ सेक्टरा कडेन राजकारण नाका आनी अल्टिमेटली प्रायमरी हेल्थ सेंटर आनी कम्युनिटी हेल्थ सेंटर हांगा पर्याय आसपाक शकना ते गव्हर्नमेंट खंयची स्कीम काडून कॉम्प्लिमेंट करपाक शकना ह्या मुद्द्याचेर आमी भासाभास सोपयता तुमी दोग जाण आयले खूब कन्स्ट्रक्टीव डिबेट केली थँक्स अ लॉट पळयत रावात प्रुडंट नमस्कार